Well, in '07, I was arrested. I'd been locked up for drugs. I've been a drug addict for 15 years, and they locked me up in '07 and told me I would not get out until I went to court. And I'd been denied bond 3 times. And on the 15th night, which was August 11th, I was woken in the middle of the night by my mother that had passed away in 2000. And she told me in the middle of in the jail cell that night, that if I would give my life back to Jesus and trust in Him the way that she would raise me to, that all this would be, I could get through it. And so that night, when I woke up, I was sweating and crying, didn't know what to do. And I lay there in that bed and thought about it. And I asked Jesus to come into my heart and help me through these problems I had. And the next morning when I woke up to go take my medicine at the infirmary, my arresting officer had called me to the office, and he said he'd had a change of heart that night, and he was going to give me bond after I'd done been denied bond 3 times. And at 11 o'clock that morning, I walked out of the jail, and he told me if there was any problems with anything, or he would be back to arrest me if I got back on drugs. And the following Sunday, I walked in the countryside because my sisters went here, and they invited me to come try the church out with them. And I come and heard the preacher preaching, and he preached the whole sermon just like there was nobody else in this auditorium but me, because he was talking dead to me. And I rededicated my life that day and trusted Him. The greatest ministry here to me would be the care team, because I've started in it with the care team as helping with it, and over the few years, and now I've become the care team leader. So I believe coming from a drug addiction to a care team leader in 6 years, I think
it's a miracle.
That's a miracle on my part.
The ministry that's the greatest blessing to me is working with the kids on Thursday night. I help Ashley and Justin, and they teach us as much as we teach them.
Right after I become a member at Countryside, and I just could never believe that giving a dime out of every dollar would make a difference. And then I started tithing, and it's been a blessing there to me ever since.
We got started in Faith in Action at our first banquet over there at the high school. We was thinking about it, we prayed about it, and we made a commitment, and we've been doing it ever since.
Well, He's brought me from a drug addict to a care team leader in 6 years. I have lost my job twice in the 6 years, and He's always been there to supply my needs and carry us through. And we continue to tithe and move on in our life.
Have faith. I don't know what we would do if we wasn't involved here. It takes up so much of our time, and we give it willingly. We just love helping. Any way, shape, or form we can. All they do is call, and we're there. That's it.
We love it.